To enlarge a shape by scale factor 2, we basically need to double the size of the shape. So in this case, I would need to draw another shape, another right angle triangle, which has side lengths which are double the size of the side lengths of A. So we can see A has got bottom side 3, so this is centimetre squared grid, so this is 3 centimetres. And because there's no specified centre, it doesn't matter where I do this, but the new triangle is going to have base 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's going to have height 6 instead of height 3. 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm then going to make the longest side by joining up my two corners, like that. And now I've enlarged my shape by scale factor 2. Normally at GCSE, you'll be expected to use a center of enlargement. So in this question, we're told to use the cross as a center of enlargement. To do this, I'm first going to draw guidelines. So that basically means straight lines that go through the center of enlargement and also go through the corners of the shape. Like so. What I'm going to do now is look at the distances between the center of enlargement and each of the corners. So to get to, if I just change colour, so to get to this corner, I've gone from the center of enlargement across to the right by 3, 4, and I've gone up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I want to enlarge by scale factor 2, I'm going to go to the right by double 5, so double 4, because we've gone across by 4. So I'm going to go to the right by 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm going to go up by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we can see that this lies on the guideline. Move a little bit. Yeah, it should be more like that. And we can see that lies on the guideline here. So again, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There. Okay. This point is further to the right by 1 unit. Because we're enlarging by scale factor 2, we need to go further to the right by 2 units. Now, this point here is down from the left coordinate by 1, 2, 3 units. So we need to go down by 6 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we can see again that lies on the guideline. This point is further down from the right coordinate by 2. So we need to go down by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, you can see it lies on the guideline. And then we should be able to finish the shape. So we need to go rather than across by 1, but across by 2. And then down by 2, and then we need to join up the coordinates. Like that. And then we have the completed enlarged shape. Here's a question for you to try. So if you could get some centimetre squared paper and draw this to scale. So if you could put draw the center of enlargement near the top right of the centimetre squared paper. And then if you could draw B 2 units to the right, 2 units down from that. Draw B to scale. It's a right angle triangle with both of the perpendicular sides at 3 centimeters, and then enlarge the shape B by scale factor 3 using the cross as the center of enlargement. So pause the video now, have a go, and when you're ready for the answer, press play. Here is the answer. So what I'm going to do is draw my guidelines. So through the center of enlargement. Okay, so I'm going to draw the rest of my lines. So that goes through both of them. Okay, so to get to this point, I've gone right 2 and down 2. So I need to go right by 2 times 3, which is 6. 2, 4, 6. And I need to go down by 6. 2, 4, 6. You can see my point lies on the guideline. Then we would normally need to go down by 3. So I need to go down by 9. Which is here, and if we had carried that guideline on, it would have touched it. To get to this point now, normally we'd have to go right by 3. So on the enlargement, we have to go to the right by 3 times 3, which is 9. 3, 6, 9, and again, the guideline would cross that point. So now we join up the points to complete our enlargement. And there is our enlarged triangle. Sometimes you might have to describe an enlargement. So here we want to describe fully the enlargement which maps shape A onto shape B. To do this, I'm actually going to join up the corresponding corners of the shape to find where the center of enlargement was. So if we look here, we can see this point clearly corresponds to this point because you can see A and B are similar and those corners are clearly corresponding. So I'm going to join up those corners and then the other corresponding corners as well. So let's do that. And we should notice that where the points intersect, that's going to be our center of enlargement. Now, it's not the most accurate on here, but we can see the center of enlargement should be about here. So we want to be as neat as we can. So I would say this is definitely an enlargement, and you can see the center of enlargement is where the red cross is, and we need to see what the scale factor is. Well, if we look at the base of A, it's 2 centimeters across, but B is here 2, 4, 6 centimeters across. So what we can say is that this is an enlargement scale factor 3, because 2 times 3 is 6. But we also need to state the enlargement. That's what the word fully is for. State the center of enlargement. And I'm just going to say here, because there are no coordinates on my diagram, I'm going to say center the cross. Normally, you're going to have actual coordinates in order to describe our transformation. So here we want to describe fully the enlargement that maps shape A onto shape B. So same procedure as before, I'm going to join up the corresponding corners in order to find my center of enlargement. So let me just make this a little bit thinner. There we go, and There we go. So we can see immediately where the center of enlargement is. Center of enlargement is here. And to see what the scale factor is, I just look at one of the sides of A and the corresponding side on B. So for A, the base is 1, 2, 3, 4 units wide. And for B, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what I'm going to say is that we have an enlargement. Now 4 times 2 is 8, so the scale factor is 2. So enlargement scale factor 2 with center of enlargement here, which is at 218. Here's a question for you to try. So I'd like you to copy out the axes onto squared paper and draw shapes A and B. I'd like you to describe fully the transformation that maps A onto B. Please pause the video now and have a go, and when you're ready for the answer, press play. Okay, let's go through the answer. So I'm going to join up the corners like this. And we can vaguely see where the center is going to be. There we go. And I'll just do the next one for good measure, but we can see where it's going to be now. There we go. Right, so we can see that we have an enlargement. We can see where the center is, but let's look at the scale factor. So what I would say is this is 3 units up, and the corresponding side on A is 1 unit up. So I'm going to say 3 divided by 1 is 3. So we can say this is an enlargement. Scale factor 3 with center. Let's see, right, it's 8, it's 9 minus 10, minus 10, minus 9.